And that's what it comes down to. So that was a whole lot. I just went on 5 different tangents, but
she answered like 3 of my questions before I even got a chance to ask them. But I'm gonna still ask one of them anyway. You touched on a little bit about the connectivity between music and modeling. If you could expand on that a little bit more, is that something that you consciously incorporate together, like especially when doing visuals? Like I'm finna, basically do your own wardrobe, do your own. I'm finna walk like this. I'm finna walk in like that. I'm finna dance like that.
Just to be clear, I'm my own stylist, my own manager, my own choreographer, my own writer. I really do everything alone other than the video shoots, obviously photo shoots, and then engineers and producers. Other than that, like finding the shows, figuring out what I'm going to wear, what like transportation, like all that is me. So like it is a lot of work. What was the question?
I was the incorporation of modeling.
Yeah,
and music.
Like I said, everything does go hand in hand. So it is nice because, like, we're doing a photo shoot, or let's say we're doing a photo shoot. Someone asked me to shoot. Okay, well, sometimes I like propose the idea, like, hey, do you mind if I use this for cover art? Like, I really love what you did here. I've been saving a photo shoot from last summer for this upcoming summer because I'm like, I want to use it specifically for this song. And he's like, yeah, just wait. Whenever you're ready to post it. Obviously, I tag all my photographers, but he's like, let me know when you're going to drop it. And we're, full speed ahead. So, yes, everything goes hand in hand. Modeling, same thing with music video shoots. In a sense, you're getting content. And one thing I do, dance choreo, I've done only like 3 or 4. But in my next music video, I do want to incorporate that. But it's a lot of work, man. Like, people don't get it. Even just going to a dance studio or the gym or whatever and like planning it out takes minimum like 3 days, depending on how much time you have. Then the actual shooting, like, it's just, everything takes time. And, I used to like judge artists like, oh my God, they took 3 years to drop. I get why now. Like, it's a lot of preparation. It's a lot of, okay, this person's in Atlanta, this person's in Cali, I have to wait till I go there to see them again, I have to collaborate with this person, I'm waiting on this music video that I never got back.
It might be a Christmas song. It's the middle of June.
Right. I have a teaser, I have a country song that, like, I'm not gonna drop that in the winter, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just a lot of waiting and, knowing when the time's right, feeling good about what you're putting out, because I think that's what I rushed in the beginning. Is I was putting out tracks that like the mix didn't even sound good, or like I could have re-sang a part, my voice cracked, like just small stuff like that where
like you said, you just gotta do it. You just
gotta learn and do it and grow. And honestly, I'm glad I did start learning that and doing that, because now I can listen to that first track and be like, I hear the growth, like, wow, like you didn't even say one ad lib here, over here you're harmonizing. Like, that's a huge difference to go from, I won't say monotone because I never sound monotone in my opinion, but from going from, just one take or whatever to trying 4 times and hitting it exactly how you want goes a long way. Like, but that comes back to studio time and it costing money and you're on a time crunch. So that's why, it goes back to, as you look at the clock, because we're running out of time.
No, good.
I'm just kidding. But
Apple Watch always talking about time to stand up and shit. Man, your business, man.
They want me to stand up?
It's my off day.
No, I'm just kidding. But time, money, passion, they just all go hand in hand. And it's hard because I think I'm always like 2 people in everything in life. Like, I suck at making decisions. I'm always like there really is a devil and an angel on my shoulder, because at one end I'm like, okay, I see why this is important, I should do that. And the other hand's like, what are you talking about? Like, this is what you need to do, this is what is right. Like, so it's hard to go back and forth. And I think the biggest thing, at least in 2022, that I came to realize is, people say all the time, like, you get what you pay for. And I was like, okay, I get that. And then I would do that, and I'm like, I didn't get what I paid for. I didn't get anything at all. This person finessed me. This went wrong, or this feature didn't want to put it out. I wasted studio time. You know what I mean? So it's like, you have to really juggle the balls and, once again, find the people you want to work with, find the people that are trustworthy. Make sure, at the end of the day, whether you're paying for a gig or paying for a collaboration, just make sure you guys are on the same page. Make sure there's a written contract or some sort of agreement in place. Because the worst thing that happens is when you put your time, effort, soul into something and then it never gets put out to the world. Like, I don't know, that's kind of hurtful to me. Obviously, not all work is meant to be put out. Some of it, I have songs that will never be put out, but like they were meaningful to me, and like ever. Maybe if I re-sang them,
right? You know what I'm saying? It might be a hit back there somewhere.
It really is. There's just so much gray area in any industry. Any industry is. And I'm glad that those things are happening now when I'm still, unestablished. I'm still learning. Because guess what? All that is leading me to the right path, to the people I need to be meeting. Like this podcast, for example. Like there's just, thank you for having me. I haven't said it yet. I meant to say it when we started, but.
It's a pleasure and an honor to have you here.
You can tell when passion's in play. And when it's not, automatically, I just lose drive. I don't want to be there. I feel like I'm wasting my time. Because at the end of the day, I don't care how much money I spend, it comes down to time. Time is the most valuable to me. Like, I came here straight after work. I was like, I need to be on time. I want to do this. I'm excited.
Appreciate that.
Grab some drinks on the way. So you need to feel excited about the things you're doing, because that
leaves a great impression.
I'm glad. I'm glad because that's what keeps the ball rolling. I hope this, helps Mo's next podcast. And now he's excited to find the next artist, even though he has a whole lineup of 10 other artists, 15. He's ready. He's prepared, organized. So I love it. I'm happy to be here. The convo's been great. I forget the camera's even here. Yeah. I need a refill.
Yeah, that's what I said. We need to let's talk about what you got going on for my camera overheats. So right now,
before what?
The camera overheats. It's giving me So what's going on right now with Lilian as far as the music? Like what somebody who's just finding out about you right now in this interview and this conversation, what can they expect when they check your music out?
Same thing. I should have counted how many songs I have, but I didn't. But
is it over 300, under 300?
No. 300 songs? Hell no.
All together, because you got some in the vault.
Not that many.
Okay.
But I would say what's out so far is a few singles. I have one EP out. I'm waiting on that album. That debut album definitely is going to be special. I think I don't want to do it this year. I think I want to wait till I grow myself and just learn more about music myself. But what's to come? I hope collaborations. I have a few singles lined up. The mind's always rolling, and I did make a big investment and got some home studio equipment. So I would say that's the next big thing for me. Is
great.
It is, and you know what? Everyone says it. You need to invest in this because the growth is going to happen at home when you're alone, when you're singing by yourself, no one else is around. I think my vocals are going to change drastically.
And you can create whenever you want.
Whenever you want.
Schedule.
However you want. I know when I want to cut in and cut out. I can explore. Oh, I don't like this beat. Scrap it. I'm not on a time crunch. The only thing I'm worried about is, not to speak it into existence, but I know there's going to be a drop of quality for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But even if it's just to practice, even if it's just, okay, I came up with a song, now I'm just going to go record it out of the studio. It's going to take 20 minutes, harmonize, boom, done. So even that, coming more prepared to the studio and just working, with my life, it's so hard for me to sit down and just get to work. Like, I know people who are like, oh yeah, I booked studio time in 2 months. I'm like, I cannot do that. I'm a spur of the moment. Hey, do you have studio time tonight? And like, no one ever, can do that for me, kind of. And it's sad, but that's how I live my life. Like, whatever comes up in that day is what I do, and I live my life day by day, and you don't know what'll happen tomorrow. And so having my own home equipment is going to be an interesting journey. What else can you expect? More shows. I think that's one of the number one ways to expand is people seeing you live, enjoy your art, and expressing it. I personally, shows are like one of the scariest things for me. Not scariest, but I would say I honestly hate music videos more, because to me, music videos, there's just so much that can go right, go wrong. You have to rely on other people showing up. You have to rely on, okay, you have to understand. Like, I'm someone who, I like to be aware of everything going on. Like, and you kind of have to accept, like, okay, I can't be the director, the photographer, the singer, and the director all at once. So it's kind of something where, I just spit, where you have to learn to just, like, take a step back and, like, trust other people. And, like, that's the hardest part, because your art is at stake. Your art's at stake. You're spending money on this, and, like, but shows, I love shows. It's super fun. My family has yet to come to one, so I'm hoping this year they do. I don't know, it's just an experience. Like, you know, it is scary, you know, sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to twerk, blah blah buzz there, or like, but it's a part of the show, and I'm just having fun. I'm expressing my art.
Yeah.